I think it's hilarious that Italian people refuse to identify as white. When we were filling out paperwork for testing in high school, my best friend would always check off the other box when it came to the red. And I'd always look over and be like, why did you check other? And she was very committed. She'd be like, because it's other. I'm not fucking white.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I hate this fucking stupid argument that people that are white skinned refuse to accept whiteness. Now, for all the dummies, and there's a lot of them in America, they tend to think that, I don't know what the fuck they think white is. Now, once upon a time, white used to be white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, right? That's what white is. That's what white was. But up until the 1920s, everybody that was white was Caucasian, Germanic descent, not necessarily from Germany. You don't know what Germanic means, go look it up. But after the 1920s, white people that were Jewish, Italian, Irish, Polish were reclassified as white because they could actually pass. And they started to intermarry with each other. Like the Italians started marrying Irish women or Irish men, started dating and marrying Italians. That's how you got these motherfuckers right here on The Sopranos that are Italian, but every one of them looks white, right? Once upon a time, Italians looked like this. They were a little bit browner, right? Like Lucky Luciano. He wasn't a pale skin. He had a little tint to him, right? But they like to think that they're not like white people because they don't come from Britain, or they don't come from Eastern Europe or Western Europe or even Central Europe. You're still white, because race is only indicative of skin color, namely white skin, at least in America. When you come to America, if you have pale skin or white lighter skin, right, you're classified as white. Up into the 1980s, people from Iran were classified as honorary white. Egyptians, white. Who else? Hell, you want to be real, Chinese people are actually like honorary white people, but I digress. A lot of Middle Easterners from Lebanon, places like Syria, are classified as white. At least up until the 1980s. South America, same shit. If you come from Colombia or Peru or Venezuela and you have pale skin, Pablo Escobar was classified as a white Hispanic. If you can pass for white, your skin that like light and hair texture isn't curly, you can pass. Hell, 83% of Puerto Ricans classify themselves as white on the census, but that's another issue at another time. That's what white now. They've included people, especially Italians, into the club, I want to say since the 1920s. Them and Irish people. So every time I hear an Irish person or an Italian person talking about, I am not a white person, it's like, yo, go fuck yourself. Right? Bill Maher is Jewish and he claims, I'm not a white man. But I bet you if you looked at his census form, he probably classified himself as a white man, right? He probably gets by being a white man. A white passing man. This is the argument this is why I say that white supremacy, not necessarily even racism, is illogical. Shit makes no sense. Because these people like to play these fucking mind games. But they're only playing games with their fucking self, right? Because as a black skinned person, even though I'm light skinned, I know what a white person is, bro. You're white. Knock it the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass for white in certain environments. You're white when it's convenient. Nah, son, be that shit 24/7. And because the whole classification of white, it has nothing to do with ethnicity, has more to do with the complexion of your skin. Yeah, bro, we just gonna call you that. That's what it is. That's what the fuck it is. You are a white person, because race is indicative of your skin color, not your fucking ethnicity background, right? So you may not want to be perceived as white. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna call you, son. You're white. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I got on this episode. I saw this about a week ago on Twitter. I just found it hilarious. Or Instagram. It was just hilarious that her white friend, ethnically Italian, tried to distance herself away from whiteness, and they're doing a whole lot of that, or at least the liberal ones are. I don't know about the motherfuckers and the MAGA people. That's one thing logically I can give. They holding firm to their whiteness. They claiming that shit. You know what I'm saying? They is white nationalists. We is white and proud, which I gotta salute them for keeping it 100. But on some real shit, they're actually like white. A lot of those people are Caucasian, Anglo descent, Germanic descent, except that fucking weasel Nick Fuentes. That nigga's half Mexican, half Italian, which is still white, but yeah, he want to be in the club so goddamn bad. But yeah, a lot of people, and this is probably because a lot of motherfuckers have low IQs, they don't read books. So her friend probably was a D student. I'm not white. She's white, you white, everybody that was in that damn story was white. In any event, and also as a black person, let me be the first person to say, white people, if you don't know the difference between ethnicity and race, it will behoove you to read a book. You don't get to pick and choose when you don't want your. Matter of fact, there's only two categories in race. It's white and black. And it's it may be racially ambiguous. But last time I checked, those motherfuckers from Jersey Shore, they're not racially ambiguous in the least bit. You know they white. Orange skin or not. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and it's out.
No one's